Hello and welcome to part 6 of our series on the Mass. Today we will be talking about the first reading at Mass. And to simplify things a little bit, I'm going to upfront say that I'm talking about the weekend Masses in these videos more than daily Mass. In daily Mass, there is not usually a second reading. And daily Mass is also on a 2-year cycle as opposed to the 3-year cycle that the weekend readings are on. All that's really confusing. But for simplicity's sake, we'll just talk about the weekend Mass readings, which are on a 3-year cycle based on the 3 synoptic Gospels, Matthew, Mark, and Luke. So each year we go through one of those Gospels. Today we're talking about the first reading, though. But it's important to know that 3-year cycle because the first reading at Mass is always going to be connected in some way thematically with the Gospel. Often it will be a prophecy that Jesus fulfills in the Gospel. Sometimes it will just be a situation in the Old Testament that's similar to what is going to happen in the Gospel. Usually the first reading is taken from the Old Testament. During the Easter season, the first reading is always from the book of Acts. The first reading is an opportunity for us to hear what God has done for his people. And there's a great depth of theology in the first reading, but as I was preparing for this video, I realized there's not much for me to say because it's always different depending on what the reading is. We sit, we listen attentively, we hear the word of God, but it's hard to talk about what theology is present because it's going to be different each week depending on what reading we hear. So there you go. That's the first reading at Mass, and I look forward to talking about our response to the first reading, which will be in the responsorial song.